Hi guys, my name is Emily, and today I'm here to film the On My Shelf tag. I was tagged by yesmissjane, and I will leave the link to her video in the description below. You get random numbers that correspond to a shelf and a book on that shelf, and then you talk a little bit about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. We have shelf 1 and shelf 2, and each shelf, well, this shelf has six shelves, and then this one has 5, so I'm counting this one beside me as well for the 6 shelf, so they have the same number. This book is called Close Encounters by Donovan. It is a book of really inappropriate things. Can you see that? This I took home from a church by accident. It was in a basket of picture books for children. I wasn't really sure what to do with it, so I tucked it in my camp bag so no one would find it. And in the craziness on the last day of camp, I took it. There are things like, Gordon had the unpleasant feeling that he had misjudged the situation. And Desmond's life was always so full of drama. And it was in a basket of picture books for like the 5-year-olds we were running camp for. Garth Nix' Key to the Kingdom, Drowned Wednesday. It's a series that I never finished. I really don't remember much about this because it's a kid's book and I read it when I was really young. I remember I liked them. I remember they were kind of weird and a little bit creepy, but it took too long for the rest of the series to come out, so I never finished. So there you go. So this is a textbook, because I also mix my textbooks in on this shelf. This is a textbook about religions that are not dead, hence living religions. It's the 8th edition by Mary Pat Fisher, and I believe this is a textbook that I had to buy in my very first year of university. I decided I wanted to do a religious studies minor, which I eventually dropped, and we were taught the Intro to Religious Studies course by 3 different professors, and one wrote his own textbook, one just didn't use a textbook, and the other one required us to buy this $100 textbook for her like 1 month of lessons on Judaism. And we literally read the section on Judaism, and that's it. We didn't use this textbook for anything else. So, the next book I drew out is Septimus Heap Book 2 Flight by Angie Sage. This is another YA series, children's lit series, that I never finished. I actually started buying these for my sister. I remember I bought this for her birthday, and like a very, very tacky person, secretly read it before I gave it to her because I knew she would take a long time to finish it. It was kind of in the Harry Potter era. I remember it being a really cool idea, but again, because it's Septimus Heap, it's about the number 7, the guy's obsessed with 7, I feel like there are probably 3 more books, but I remember liking it, I remember it being good. That's the second Harry Potter book! Yay! I'm sure you all know what Harry Potter is, hopefully. I know I've read this one a lot of times. Mine is kind of falling apart. Not quite as badly as some of the other ones. Yeah, I had this distinct memory of reading Harry Potter, like specifically this Harry Potter, on my last day of grade 2 before I switched schools. Everyone went to meet their teacher for next year, and they went to the class for like the last hour and like played games and got to know their teacher, and I was moving to a different school, so I got to sit in my classroom alone. I read this. There's a little memory attached to it because I think we all know what Harry Potter is. This is my first Stephen King novel. My aunt actually gave this to me when I was like really young. She gave it to me because she knew I liked to read and she found them scary, so she gave me Pet Sematary. Again, because I was like 10 when I read this, I remember it scaring me, but I don't remember that much about it. I know the cat dies, and then it's not dead, but it's evil, and there's something big and weird in the woods, and there's a pet cemetery, and some trucks. There are trucks. The next book that I picked is Girls in Pants, The Third Summer of the Sisterhood by Anne Brashares. This is classic summer friendship, goodness, all packed into one little pretty package, and there's some pants. I really enjoyed this series as a kid. I kind of read them every summer. I would sit outside in the sun in my backyard and just read these. It is a summery book, and you know, felt appropriate to read it in the summer. This is a children's book called Four Stupid Cupids by Gregory Maguire. I feel like I had to read this in grade 6 because I had a teacher that made these weird projects, and one of them was to read a comedic book and then do an oral presentation on it, and I did mine on this. I don't really remember what it's about. The picture on the front would indicate that there are cupids and they mess with the teacher. That is the On My Shelf book tag. It was kind of cool to talk about some books that I wouldn't get to talk about normally. Wonder what this says about me as a person that, you know, I own some of these books. I've been collecting books for a long time, so there's a variety of age range and interest in the books that I own. Thank you to yesmissjane for tagging me, and I tag all of you. If you would like to show off your bookcase, your collection, go for it. And let me know if you've done this video in the comments so I can find it and watch it. Thank you for watching. Bye.